and the highest placing car in your sport mods as well for free rebuilds. Hyperco has the worst redraw award, 4 free springs to both modified and sport mod worst redraw drivers. So appreciate, we got a new voice, another voice on the broadcast, Mike Mallett with Dirt Track Digest TV. Are you amazed with the water truck, or what do you got there, big fella? Yeah, I think maybe just a quick microphone glitch. We'll get his mic turned on. We'll get Mike on here in a minute. Tomcat Performance providing product awards for our heat race winners and for our feature winners here tonight. Race Tech Info providing Sport Mod and Modified Hard Luck awards here tonight. Mike, do we get you back?
I think so. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, hey.
What an auspicious start, big fella.
Hey, you know what? Technical problems. Aim this way. Let's go this way. How's that? That's better. Yeah, no, I am intrigued by your water truck out here, Deer Creek. I come from upstate New York. We see the big three-wheel packers all the time, but that's some true farm equipment right there with a nice big sprayer on the back, able to get this track one spray all the way around, able to get the job done. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, welcome to Midwest Minnesota and Iowa Ag here this week. We recycle more ag products than and equipment than you can shake a stick at. Welcome, welcome here. We look forward to, on one hand, we look forward to bringing you on the broadcast. On the other hand, if we're sending it down to you, that means we may have had a pretty dandy yellow flag or something here tonight. We're grateful to have you here checking in from down pit side, the infield here at the Deer Creek Speedway. So McGuire DeYoung has been disqualified out of his heat race as a issue with his frame rail not measuring the way it was supposed to be, I believe. So a frame rail issue for the 30M. McGuire DeYoung will not transfer out of his heat race. Hi, Todd Narveson.
Hey, Chad Meyer.
Welcome back. It's
Yeah.
Friesen Performance IMCA Modified time here in a moment or two. Of course, our lineups brought to you by AFCO Racing Shocks. Want to give a nod to Performance Bodies and Parts. $250 certificate for the modified leader on lap 15 and the first modified A-Main DNF. And, of course, Weir's Machine and Performance Products, your title sponsor of the show. If you have not got your Harris Clash t-shirt here tonight, be sure to run down and do that. They are still there, but they won't be there all night. And frankly, don't want to risk having sizes run out. So if you've not bought your t-shirt yet for the Harris Clash, be sure to do so here tonight. Sometimes the things you and I take for granted living here in the Midwest, right? You just use a Targator to pack things in and sprinkle the speedway. It's not like that necessarily at every speedway, is it?
No, it's not. Yeah, we're, like you said, we take a lot of stuff for granted up here in the upper Midwest with everything we have in racing. And yeah, that's just one of them. Yep, for sure. We also have a machine that we've got here. Mike and Dustin Sorensen have put together a heavy hitch that can completely farm the racetrack in about 15 minutes. I'm not sure if we'll see that tonight, but another piece of technology that's really helped in the track prep area too.
Yeah, that's a piece of equipment other speedways have bought too. That's it, maybe not deep tillage, but anywhere from just a light scratching to you need to work her down a little bit. Certainly some flexibility with that machine.
Boy, looking at these modified heat race lineups, Chad, we have got some hammers, as you would call them, out in the pit area tonight. We've got some dandy heat races coming up, including your first one here. Just looking at the at the lineup here and thrown some stats that 8 of the 10 starters have feature wins in 2024. So just a little picture of the quality of field that's here tonight at the Deer Creek Speedway.
Well, Todd, you can give an update on the 50-50 here in 1 second, but I'm going to tell you, apparently the event T-shirts have sold out.
Wow.
I am off the hook with Bob Harris. He told me 3 times, you make sure you sell some T-shirts. Thank you. Well, actually, I don't know if they're sold out. They may still have some available after tonight down at the entrance to the pits. So if you didn't get one, check the entrance to the pits when the night is done. They may still have some there here tonight. Here is your Friesen Performance IMCA Modified. 60 entries here tonight. Coming to the Speedway, AFCO bringing you the lineup. On row number 1 out of Janesville, Iowa, that is Colton Osborne in the 72. On the outside, the 164, that is Brandon Lehman from Roland, Iowa.
Row 2 on the inside of Green Bay, Wisconsin. That's a 333 of Rob Sharapata. And to the outside out of New Sharon, Iowa, it's the Z-Man, the 33Z of Zach Vanderbeek.
A past night of 1,000 stars winner from Casco, Wisconsin, Benji Lacrosse to 54. On the inside of the 3rd row. On the outside, the 29 of Spencer Dirks out of Davenport, Iowa.
Row 4 on the inside, all the way from Green River, Wyoming. It'll be the 33 BY of Braxton Yeager. And to the outside of Denmark, Wisconsin, that's the 21 CZ of Cole Zarneski.
Todd Steinhardt, a pair of wins at Elgona on the season so far. The 7S will fire off on the inside of the 5th row from Waseca, Minnesota. On the outside from Danube, Minnesota, the 5. That is Brandon Beckendorf, who just picked up his 200th. I think he's beyond that now, but he picked up his 200th IMCA Modified win up at the Nodak Speedway, Mandan, North Dakota during the Ironman. So Beckendorf led a ton of laps here a year ago, Todd. As we remember, boy, it looked like he was maybe going to win this thing. Tim Ward ran him down and was last year's champion.
Working in that moisture that the Terragator dropped down on the Speedway before we get underway with heat number 1 of 6 here this evening for the Modifieds. Again, we had a storm roll through last night. We had 2 inches of rain here at the Speedway in a very short length of time, and they were out pumping water off the racetrack till 1:30 in the morning, so the track crew had a long night, but things looking beautiful here so far this evening.
Chalk that up to we don't always know what it takes to run a speedway, right? Before you complain, understand what it takes sometimes. So 6 heats in your IMCA Modifieds, 8 laps. The winner and the winner only moves on. Then we take the top 8 in passing points. So 14 cars will move on. Your 6 heat race winners will go, and then 8, the top 8 in passing points. Otherwise, you head to a B main here tonight. Caution lights will be turned off on the back straightaway. It'll be Colton Osborne, Brandon Lehman, row number 1. The winner only to the show. Otherwise, you got to rely on some passing points here tonight, wasting no time. Out of turn number 4, green flag is out underway.
Off the bat, Colton Osborne going to jump the lead in the 72 as they go 3 wide for the 2nd spot, 2 wide behind them as they charge down the back straightaway.
Dandy battle behind your early race leader here out of turn number 4. The 72 will pick him up at the line. Colton Osborne from Janesville, Iowa will be your leader. Lehman in the 164. You can only see the 1 on the back straightaway. The 164 of Lehman 2nd. Zach Vanderbeek down nearly to the huggy pole on a turn number 4. Give the nod to the Z-Man to the top 2.
Yeah, Vanderbeek on the inside of Lehman as they go down through turns 1 and 2. Vanderbeek now in the runner-up spot as they charge up 2. Vanderbeek going to slip up the pace, lose 2 spots down the back straightaway.
Yeah, tough luck there that time for Vanderbeek. He's going to have to get with it as Benji Lacrosse nearly spun coming out of turn number 4. And what did you say earlier? We got a whole basket of hammers in this one. We will come under yellow. You had Brandon Beckendorf, Benji Lacrosse, Todd Steinhardt, and Yeager all in the back half of this one, and they nearly all got in the jingle there. And boy, Brandon Beckendorf is now going to have a long road to hoe as he brought out the yellow flag. And 1 and done here tonight. He will unfortunately have to exit the speedway. He is going to be deep in a B main later tonight.
So look at the lineup straightened out. Delaware double filing down the back straightaway. Colton Osborne, your early race leader.
Did they, maybe for a point of clarification, did they rule that he spun and not hit somebody and got a spot back?
We'll find out.
Okay. I'm thinking that might be what it was for the 5 car. He is still on track. We come under the green flag, and maybe a reprieve right now for Zach Vanderbeek. Vanderbeek lurking to the inside right now. Dirks behind him.
Yeah, it was deemed a multi-car incident, so that's why Beckendorf gets second life here. So Osborne still leading Vanderbeek right there as they charge down to turn number 1. You're going to have a race for the lead. Vanderbeek taking a look to the inside on corner number 2 now.
Down the back straightaway, Vanderbeek, as we got a couple of cars in turn number 2. Vanderbeek applying the pressure as we come under yellow. The Weir's Machine yellow flag will be out here tonight. Todd Steinhardt. And is that Sharapata in the 3 car here?
I believe so, yeah, the 333 is Sharapata over there. See Todd Steinhardt exiting the speedway in the 7S. Left her flat on the 7S of Steinhardt. Beckendorf now being charged with the yellow this time, so he will go to the tail of the pack, Chad.
So the ruling, I didn't see what precipitated that, so perhaps deeming that he was an instigator there for those 2 drivers in turn number 2. So the good news, he's still on track. Bad news is he's going to have to pass some cars again. As we sit right now, it is Osborne the leader, Vanderbeek in second, Dirks third. That will be the top 3 back to the restart. Then Cole Zarneski and Brandon Lehman, the next row, coming to green the next time out of turn number 4.
Kind of 2 steps forward, 4 steps back for Beckendorf there, unfortunately.
Yeah, how many lives are you going to have in this
Exactly.
one? And I think it amplifies this whole thing. There have only been 2 drivers in the history of being here at the Deer Creek Speedway for the Harris Clash that have made every A main, and that is Richie Gustin and Joel Rust. This just shows how hard it is to make it. A year ago, Beckendorf was top 2. Here tonight, she's been a bit of a struggle for the 5 car at the back. Out of turn number 4, Osborne, your leader with 5 laps remaining. We're back into the green flag.
Vanderbeek in a dive to the inside. Here comes Dirks to the outside of the 29. Spencer Dirks now making a bid for the lead down the back straightaway to turn number 3. He's got the advantage. Osborne going to fire back in. Looks like Spencer Dirks now going to be your new leader of the 29.
Boy, the 29 always seems like, at least in one race or so up here at the Harris Clash, you know that Spencer Dirks has come to call. The Eastern Iowa driver has charged from the outside of row number 3, has put a handful of car links right now on Osborne, your leaders. We swing the other way.
Down the front stretch we go. Brandon Beckendorf trying to claw his way from the back of the field as he challenges Cole Cherneski now for that 5th spot. Got it out of quarter number 2.
Down the back straightaway and out of turn number 4, Dirks the leader, and Vanderbeek suddenly had the C's part. He's up into the top 2. Zarneski in the 21 CZ coming to call. Blood in the water amongst the top 3 or 4. And here comes down the back straightaway. Brandon Beckendorf is on a run right now to the front. He's around the edge of the cross with 1 to go.
Flag Spencer Dirks still in the leader. Battle now for the 3rd spot. Cherneski looking to the inside of Osborne. Osborne up with the challenges. They come out of 20 to take the checkered flag.
Checkers on the home straightaway here at the Deer Creek Speedway. It'll be Spencer Dirks, Zach Vanderbeek, Colton Osborne, Zarneski, Beckendorf, the top 5. It'll be Spencer Dirks to the show. Your AFCO Racing Shocks lineup for your Freezer Performance IMCA Modified Heat Race number 2. We'll have Ryan Maitland out of Waterloo, Iowa on the inside of the first row on the 4. On the outside, a past Dakota Tour champion, the 11X Tom Berry Jr. out of Marshalltown.
Row 2 on the inside of the Fertile, Iowa. That'll be the 3-car Kelly Shryock, and alongside of the Cedar Falls, Iowa in the 415, that'll be Josh Barta.
ready for the next row. He was on the front row a year ago. Redwood Falls, Minnesota is where he calls home. The M8 on the inside of the third row. That is Dalton Majors on the outside. From Mifflintown, PA, that is the 35 of David Stremme.
Row 4 on the inside. He's out of Carthage, Illinois. 14 feature wins for the 22 Austin Becerra so far in 2024. And to the outside out of Osage, Iowa, it's Smoke Joe Chisholm behind the wheel of the 3X tonight.
Row number 5, the 99X of Dallin Murdy out of Chelsea, Iowa. On the outside, it'll be Kelsey Black from Otis, Kansas in the 44K. Tom Berry Jr., the 2022 Harris Clash champion. Kelly Schrock, the winner of the very first Harris Clash in the 3-car. Dalton Majors, I think, was middle row 1 a year ago.
Packing in the top side of the racetrack there. Mentioned Tom Berry Jr. Chad, 12 wins for the 11X this year. Another stellar season both there and in the stock car as well. And even picked up a late model win earlier this year too.
Yeah, Tom Berry, usually very much on the throttle. Joe Chisholm in the 3X here tonight. That is a Skyrocket chassis, of course. Jason Breeze, originally from Claiborne, Iowa, piloted that car the first 3 or 4 nights. Joe was at the controls of that 3-car at Algona. It was a DNF. I'm not exactly sure what had happened, but he was at the controls of that 3-car at Algona on Saturday night during the fair. Taking a moment to work in the Speedway here for the 33rd annual Harris Clash presented by Weir's Machine and Racing Products. So this is the final heat race we'll give to you free on the social channels. Grateful to have you looking in. This is heat race number 2 here at the Deer Creek Speedway, the 33rd annual Harris Clash, presented by Weir's Machine and Racing Products. If you want to watch the rest of tonight or catch the replay tomorrow, you can do that at imca.tv. We fire out of turn number 4. Maitland in the forward, jumps for the 1.
Maitland will lead them down through turns 1 and 2. Tom Berry Jr. going to wheel around the outside as they charge on corner number 2 as they go 3 wide for the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. We're side by side for the lead. Maitland with a strong charge to the inside of Berry as they almost touch coming out of 4.
Boy, Maitland dug it in hard on the inside, but Tom Berry Jr. rolled the top side that time. TBJ, a past champion in this event, legging it out on Maitland down the back straightaway. David Stremme closing quickly. He's up into the top 4. He may make a bid for the top 3 now. He will do so as we go to 1.
Stremme going to try to drive around the outside of Josh Barton, the 415. Stremme on a roll on the top side. He'll go to the 3rd spot. Kelly Schrack sitting in the 5th position. It's still Tom Berry Jr. leader here, heat number 2.
Somebody's going to flash into frame here real quick. This is 99X of Dallin Murdy as he's to the outside of Chisholm here entering turns 1 and 2. Chisholm with the better of that battle in the back straightaway. And Murdy losing a position or 2. Majors hanging tough. It is still Tom Berry Jr. Your leaders will go to 1 and 2.
That's a great battle there towards the back of the field as they're slicing and dicing for position. As we head back towards the front, here comes Stremme in the 35 to the outside of Maitland as they cycle through turns 3 and 4. Maitland down the bottom, Stremme right alongside as they come out of corner number 4, battle for that runner-up position.
Yeah, Stremme no slouch here tonight as well. That thing will work and will roll the outside. Maitland trying to hang tough. Now they swap inside and outside, and Stremme will not be stopped. He will be up into the top 2, but we got trouble at the top of turn number 4. I think all drivers were pretty much moving, but boy, there was a 3-4 car scrum. Austin Becerra, Kelly Schrack, Chisholm was in there, along with the 415 of Barta. They were all in the pack, Todd. They all kept moving, but we had to throw the green flag because they were all almost stopped.
They were almost stopped up there in turn 3, and I was kind of holding my breath there with Chisholm getting pushed up the racetrack that thing was going to dig in, but it fortunately did, and they stayed on 4 wheels like you mentioned. Everybody kept moving, but the caution flag out.
Yeah, so we'll need to sort through this here tonight. So they will work on the restart lineup and then get back to the green flag. Again, the winner moves on. And then we work to passing points. Top 8 in passing points will qualify 14 out of our heat races.
Race control 415 and Josh Barta getting tagged with that caution. Chad, he'll drop at the tail of the pack for the incident there in turn 3.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it. Well, no slouches in this heat race here tonight. Tom Berry Jr., the leader. It'll be Stremme and Maitland row 2. A pair of 3s in the 3rd row. Chisholm to the outside, Schrock to the inside. TBJ will lead him back to green. Here's a go to 1.
Flag back out, Maitland and Stremme again going to renew their battle for that second position. Stremme going up to the top. Here comes Shryock to 4th as he gets by Chisholm. Pair of 3s going at it from that position. Shryock has the advantage into 3.
Murdy, one of those drivers, able to get regrouped after the yellow. We'll see if he can mount a charge with the 99X, but he's got a pair of 3 cars, hub to hub with Schrock to the outside. Give the nod to Smoke on the back straightaway in the 3X car.
Chisholm taking that 4th spot away. Shryock right back to the rear bumper here as they come out of corner number 4. Tom Berry Jr. taking the white flag. 1 to go here in number 2.
And Tom Berry looking to move on, and David Stremme was top 2. He has fallen back behind Ryan Maitland. Again, winners move on. Then we revert to the top 8 in passing points. And checkers on the front straightaway. Tom Berry Jr. from the outside of number 1 will win it. Maitland, Chisholm, Schrock, and Becerra, the rest of the top 5. We will now turn our attention to the AFCO Racing Shocks Heat Race number 3 lineup. It'll be the 28R of Russ Dickerson out of Boone, Iowa on the inside of number 1. On the outside, the 26H, one of 2 drivers to only make all 6 A mains up here at Deer Creek Speedway for the Harris Clash at Grundy Center, Iowa. That's the 26H of Joel Rust.
Sitting inside of number 2.